Alright guys, so I got this thing up in the air and I'm getting ready to pull these tires off of here and try to check out and see what's going on with these brakes on this 77 here. You know, it's my favorite car, man. Favorite car of all time. Would have rather had a 76 because I'm quite sure, if I remember right, they came from the factory with the limited slip. So I know the other guy that interviewed with the red one, he said it was 77, but I kind of was off into these cars pretty much, and the 76 came with the limited slip from the factory automatic. This car do not have limited slip on there. I already looked when I was jacking it up, but if you got a 76, it automatically comes with the limited slip from the factory. So I'm gonna go up in here and get these tires and rims off and check the front end on this thing. I was thinking about going newer type green on this car, but man, I'm so tempted to just pull all this interior out and dye everything burgundy and paint this thing black, man. But man, I'm telling you, could go with a newer type green on here though, and then just leave this interior and leave this car alone. I mean, the seats ain't that bad. I could probably re-dye these front seats. The backs look really nice. If I could figure out what color green this is on the seats, I can re-dye these seats green. But man, oh, I didn't even notice it had power seats. Wow, and they work. Man, I was just so happy to get this car. I was just looking at the body, man. I wasn't looking at nothing else on this car but trying to see how this body is. So I'm gonna go up underneath and show you that steering column all messed up. So I'm gonna be looking for a steering column, guys, especially if I switch the interior, that don't have the shifter up there where I can you know, put the buckets and console in this car. That's why I think I'm gonna end up changing the color on this car. So the door don't close good, but that's because he's got all of this stuff on here. I already got more strikers. You can get them these days for a little bit of nothing. Part stores, everything. I think the doors are adjusted so good that I think the striker is the reason that door don't close, because it seemed to be adjusted with the gap and everything really good on this car. But alright, let me get these tires off of here and I'll come back. Alright guys, see, another reason I didn't want to drive this car home. Well, he only had 3 lug nuts on there, but I'm telling you, if I would have tried to drive this car home with these lug nuts, all the wheels would have fell off. You know, they would have loosened up, and man, it would have just destroyed this car. So, you know, it was the wrong lug nuts on there. I had noticed that automatically. Wrong lug nuts, period. So I decided not to take a chance. You know, it was only like maybe 40 miles back to my house from Milwaukee or less, but it just wasn't worth taking a chance on driving this thing home, especially with the brakes being the way they was. Alright, so the brakes, the brake pads look pretty decent on there. I'm gonna go on and just change all of this stuff out and get all of this stuff cleaned up, sprayed down, and I'm gonna pull the wheel cylinders and everything, just put new wheel cylinders on here. I'm gonna just let this car out. But on the other side here, this is the left side, I'll come around to this other side here. can see here, the spring, that's not in place where it should be. See if you can see that there. That's not where it needs to be. That spring is broke. So I'm gonna order up a new kit for this. I'll probably go get these here in a few minutes, but yeah, that was off on this side with the brakes. And then I come around here on the front and look like he replaced the calipers, so I'll see if they're brake loose still. Look like he's got new pads, but he didn't have a cap on there, so he's probably re-greased the bearings and whatever. And I see he's got new brake hoses on here, and they seem to be scrubbing on the frame, so that's not cool to me. Shouldn't be scrubbing on the frame there, so I'm gonna have to check that out, see what's going there. This is why you don't want to drive them home a lot of times, guys, you know, because that scrubbing on that brake line, that's not good. Even though this one seems to be on there and it's not scrubbing, but new caliber, he's got everything on this side that he needs to have on there, but I have to check those holes and make sure they're the right length, and I'm gonna go from there, guys. So I'll be tearing these brakes off of here, tearing all this stuff off. I'm gonna open the hood and take the cap off before I start removing everything.